Oh, hey, dear devotees, happy to see you all. And today also with Anu Krishna Devirasi, very late at night, and with Sri Hari Prabhu, very late at night. Wonderful to have you with us in Brazil. And everybody else is probably in a, I could say, sensible time of day or night. So anyway, big sacrifice for you all. And here we are. Yes, Mayeshri, a little late also. Yes. So, and Seva Devidasi, a little early, but not too early. Good time to get up in the morning. And, okay, dear devotees, let us begin with an invocation, auspicious invocation. Then we'll continue, and we're inquisitive to see where is Rupa Nuga Prabhu. So we'll let Rupa Nuga Prabhu know. We'll ask him a question or two in a minute. Let's see where he is. Okay, first of all, Vandeham Shri Guru, Shri Yuttapada Kamalam, Shri Guru Vaishnavanscha, Shri Rupam Sagrajatam, Sahagana Raghunatan Vitang Tang Sajivam, Sadvaitam Savadutam, Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam, Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita, Shri Vishakan Vitangscha. Om Agyana Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshur Anmilitam Jaina Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namo Mahavaranyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namne Goratije Namaha. Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Srivas Adi Shri Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. So welcome to one and all in all different parts of the world. Really, we've got almost everyone is somewhere a little different, I can see. So happily with you all. And let us first come to Rupa Nuga, because we mentioned that we're inquisitive where he is. He's been in Japan. Rupa Nuga Prabhu, can you share a little devotional news with us? Hare Krishna. If possible. Now his skin, is it me who's frozen? No, it's Rupa Nuga Prabhu's frozen. Okay, may not be convenient. Rupa Nuga Prabhu, some news from you? Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, we'll catch up. So doing some yoga. And I'm sure that the yoga is for, with Vishaka giving class. Okay, so maybe not yoga, simply sitting on yoga mats. And so let us hear from Rupa Nuga Prabhu presently at a suitable time. All right, no problem at all. Okay, here we are. Here I am, and here we are. And I'm in London, just so you know where we are. And I'm at the West London Temple just now, but we'll be in the East London Temple in a few hours' time. And but then back in the West London Temple. Anyway, you know, London, it's got two temples. It's got devotees dotted around the city. We've been visiting devotees. We've been doing various things and ever moving around while in London. So our report, Saturday is the main day in the West London Temple. Sunday is the main day in the East London Temple. And so yesterday we had our gathering here, principal gathering, and outside people, good people who've been coming for years, a serious inquiry, discussion with the devotees, and to top it all, beautiful weather, blue sky, sun shining. So we are all very surprised we are in London. So This is just our beginning, just to say a little bit where we are. And can we first then come to Komkomdiri, because we want to give our first spot preference. She's always happy to share, and she's always got something substantial to share to get us started this week on the theme of back to basics, back to basics, back to basics. Yes.
My Dandavat Maharaj and all of the devotees here, I'm always very, very happy to be accepted by this illustrious group of sincere Vaishnavas. And actually, I'm fortunate. I have one visit here. The daughter of Sokal Krishnapriya has been staying with me for some time. And so she's very nice association and good always to get news. I am thinking of something very basic lately. The story about it's called Markata Kishora Nyaya. So the question is about a devotee is asking, I have heard of two different analogies for surrender. Marjara Kishora Nyaya, the surrender of the kitten who is carried by his mother, and Markata Kishora Nyaya, the surrender of the baby monkey who holds onto his mother. So that's Marjara and Markata. Which example is the proper conclusion in the line of Krishna consciousness? And I was very glad to come across this question because I had always heard that it was one way or the other. And here, quoting from Revealed Truth, the chapter called Surrender, Srila Gurudev answers, neither of these examples of surrender is perfect. We have seen cats carrying their kittens, but we have also seen monkeys carrying their babies when they are sick. A baby kitten and a baby monkey are not actually surrendering to their mothers. They are simply continuing their lives in a natural way. A baby monkey naturally holds on to his mother, and a mother cat naturally protects her kitten. In these examples, there is no consciousness. The baby and mother are simply living in a natural way. I just wanted to check very quickly. I think I unmuted myself. Yes.
No, we're good. We can hear you clearly. Yes.
I couldn't remember doing that, and this is so sweet how Gurudev then goes on to explain, we must surrender to the Lord with consciousness. A mood of surrender is what is actually necessary for us. We must always be consciously dependent on Krishna and fully surrendered to him. We must always try to satisfy him with all of our energy. Prabhu's question actually is, who is responsible, the Lord or the Jiva soul? The full responsibility is ours, but when we try to approach Krishna, he will also see us and help us. Krishna has given us freedom, and we have misused that. We have come into great difficulty and become bound by Maya. It is now necessary for us to stop misusing our freedom and surrender wholeheartedly to Krishna. When Krishna sees that we are fully surrendered to him, he will be eager to take us out of our very low position, bring us to a high position, and give us his service. If we sacrifice our freedom and surrender at his lotus feet, then Krishna will see that and help us. So I was very, very happy to be reminded in this example to hear Gurudev answering about it's actually with consciousness that we surrender. It's not just a matter of acting according with nature. We can act like we are surrendered, but actually he's looking for our consciousness and our willingness to sacrifice our life. And then all help is there from him.
Very beautiful. And we see this, we've seen this in Vrindavan, We do generally think the monkey's holding on, gripping, but we've seen that motherly immediate nature when something happens, and holding the baby, bringing the baby, pulling the baby a little unceremoniously sometimes. But so both sides. But you see, one thing that struck me when you were reading there is how Srila Gurudev would answer things just so naturally, but yet with such clarity and with such purity of what is what. He's not just coming up with an answer or something, but he's just very clear about how, well, yes, you are asking, is it this or this? But it's not this or this. It is another category of consciousness within the answer to your question. So every example has its limit. And we've heard Guru Maharaj say this too, when somebody's saying, oh, now I can't think of an example like that, but they're using an example which is there for trying to get us to understand, for instance, how big is the universe, or how big is something, to compare, to use that same example for other things. And Guru Maharaj is saying that it's not that one example is covering everything, but it's an expression to try to get us to understand the nature of the upper world using examples of the material world that we know. So things are not necessarily one or the other. And remember, Srila Gurudev, he's been in the preaching field ever since 1947 when he joined. And 47, so 41 of those years, so you can say 40 years of those were directly with Srila Guru Maharaj. And Gurudev used to say, we've heard him say, that when we're in an assembly and it will be any program, sometimes Srila Guru Maharaj would ask me to speak. And he said, I was very nervous to speak in front of Guru Maharaj because I didn't want to disappoint him, because he had much hope in me. And I didn't want to give any wrong answer. So I was very nervous. And so he said, this is my nature, that I want to say the truth. I want to give everything accurately to the people for Guru Maharaj's satisfaction, but also for the purity of what's being continued in his generation. And Gurudev very responsible about the post of Acharya, being the Acharya, by example, showing by example, and maintaining the dignity and the purity and the substance of the parampara.
Yes. It's very wonderful to hear that, Maharaj, because it's common for people to feel nervous when speaking in front of someone that they admire so much, but hearing about Srila Gurudev's reason for that nervousness is so different than in this world. It's our ego. We always want to look wonderful. And if we don't think we can, then we become nervous. And this is entirely for a different reason. So we can meditate on that. Very sweet.
Jai Srila Gurudev ki jai, Jai Srila Guru Maharaj ki jai, and Jai Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Hare Krishna. What else do you have in your pocket? That's one pocket. Another pocket?
I have a lot of happiness in both pockets, seeing the devotees who are present here and looking forward to hearing from them. They have so much to give. I will benefit by hearing.
Hare Krishna. Well, let me see what I've got here. Because this, surprise, surprise, this theme of Sharanagati, it is everywhere. And because it's the very essence of what we have to do. And so what are we doing? Are we being traditional? Are we following some, traditional, we do this, traditionally we do that? or are we following the substance of what the traditions are trying to wake up inside of us? And so, as also Srila Gurudev very happily say, it's not just to surrender and lie down, the men giving their Dandavat Pranam lying down, but to surrender and serve. And Paramananda, my notes have all moved over. Okay, I was going to give a quote from Paramananda, quoting Srila Gurudev last time, about how many they can speak, many they can chant, but few can serve. This expression of Srila Gurudev, but he gave it probably more accurately. But like this, we can say, we can discuss, we can do many things, which is actually, I mean, it is all part of our devotional life to discuss about Krishna, his pastimes, etc. But the emphasis on service, so we surrender and serve. We surrender, and then now what do we do? Please give me some engagement. Please give me something to do. And so when we come to see that service is appreciated, then and that means life, because our life, we have to do something. So our engagement in willing, feeling, and thinking will come under the guidance of Vaishnava Guru Gauranga. So this service aspect, Sharanagati, serve, give me some duty. And maybe 2 days ago, we sang that song, is it Tomara? Oh, I have to look in the book, but it's Bhaktivinoda Thakur taking the mood of a faithful dog to his master, that, oh Krishna, now I am yours, I am entirely yours. I'll stay out, at the door outside, and you can chain me up, I'll guard your property, your area, and whatever remnants you give and whatever remnants your devotees give, I will live off those remnants happily, and I will not look anywhere to look after my own maintenance. And as soon as you call my name, then I'll come running to you. With the translation has something like in great ecstasy, dancing in great ecstasy, something like this. But I'll come running to you very happily to await your order. So these beautiful expressions, but all with the idea, all with the theme that we want to be ready to do something, that surrender means that we'll come and we'll do something. And how much animals think, that's another question. Because dogs are cute, we've got to admit it. I mean, not every dog maybe, but a domestic dog is quite cute. And we were at a house program, actually two evenings ago, and they have a very sweet dog with very good nature. But when we look at the dog, see what he's doing, what makes him tick, and we try to sort of talk to the dog, say something, but we can see what does he think, has a very limited thinking capacity, really. A regular, now I'm not talking about the faithful dog with full consciousness as Bhaktivinoda Thakur was describing, but regular animals in the world, they're simply looking for some affection, but they're looking for food, shelter, and yes, certainly affection. But what do they think beyond that? A lot of it is no doubt automatic. And especially the parents with the children, the children with the parents. How is it that a calf, which we have seen on several occasions in Navadip, a calf is born and immediately is going to drink milk from the mother? Oh, well, almost immediately. First, standing up, which is amazing. Within a short time, the calf is standing up. First, like looking around with the big eyes, but then standing up. And then the mother's affection, Mother is so affectionate, licking the calf. She's knocking over her own calf. We see this again and again. But then the calf is going towards the mother's udders to drink milk, like automatically. So this is how much conscious and how much this is automatic. It's what is within the DNA. They're going to do this. So, actually, we don't want to think too much about the animals. We were talking to the ducks the other day, like trying to make them a little sensible instead of just quacking. And we were giving prasadam. The devotees brought healthy prasadam from the temple, not bread, but some oats and grains from the morning offering, and gave to the ducks. But we're talking to them. But really, nothing very much is going to go inside a duck, is it? We can just give them some prasadam, let them hear the holy name. But they're beautiful. Everything has got its beauty. Beauty, affection, all are wanting this. Hare Krishna. Oh yes, we were talking to the ducks, and I said, please be careful. If a bomb drops on our head right now, we're going to take the body of a duck, We want to be putting our consciousness to Krishna. Let's talk to Krishna, talk to the devotees. Hare Krishna. Okay. Now I've come to, we've got lots of devotees. Chintamani is with us. She's at the Jol Mandir, no?
Maharaj, I'm right in front of Lord Chaitanya's birthplace. I stopped on my motorcycle scooter ride I'm on my way to Rajpur to the Jagannath temple. There's a special Chandan Darshan, and I thought the devotees might want to see Yoga Pete. So I'm sitting and drinking chai, and so we can ask you if that is what I should do. Nanda Ravanath, all the Vaishnavas, I love you guys so much. Jai Vaishnav, Jai Srila Madhusudana Maharaj.
Okay, so the answer to your okay, jais to all of those except one, and but then if you're asking the question, should I be doing that? No, you shouldn't be sitting drinking chai. What you could do, though, yes, we'd be happy to do so, but please remember that there at the temple they have the signs in English which say, do not take photos. So please don't disturb anybody. Don't try to push the limit. What can I get away with? It's not happy for them. So please, at a distance you show. And kindly put your camera the other way around, because most of us were on computers. So then we see it like a television instead of a strip. Can you do that kindly? Can you put your camera in the landscape mode? Okay, well, you'll have to change the settings so that... Okay, keep it the same way. Otherwise, you need to put the actual system onto landscape too.
Oh, I see that. It makes it upside down. I wonder if I can do that. I don't know how to do that.
You're the
Anyway,
one who
background.
teaches us about all this technology. Come on, you can do
I
it.
know. Yes, I can do it. But can I do it from a phone while I'm already on the Zoom call? That's the question. I think so. Anyway,
Okay,
in the meantime, I'll give you darshan.
okay, don't worry about that. We'll look at it as a strip. Don't worry.
Okay. Jai Shri
All
Yoga
right.
Pete.
Well, this is the temple, right? This is the temple at Yoga Pit with the deities inside. And the Yoga Pit, so this is the temple at the Yoga Pit of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Nimai Sundar appeared, but not exactly here. This is the temple, and then we will come to the neem tree presently. Okay, so now we're entering from the main gates, and on our right, yeah, it is not working. No, So on our right, please remind us, isn't this Srila Gaurkishoras Babaji's Samadhi? Am I correct or incorrect?
It's Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's Samadhi temple.
Ah, then it's a Pushpa Samadhi there. His actual Samadhi is not far away, but you have to cross the Saraswati to the other side.
This part says it doesn't say anything about photo or video, that it's okay. I don't
Okay.
see any signs.
And there's Tulasi and Tulasi Manch, and there's a pot of water with a tiny hole in the bottom with string coming out of the bottom, so that Tulasi is constantly getting some water when it's hot. And it has been 40 degrees in Navadip area. We've been keeping our eyes. We do have some consciousness, however mundane, of Navadip and Vrindavan, Puri, like that. And Uberlandia and other places, by the way, on our little phones, we have some selected places. And so this is Gaurkishoras Babaji Maharaj's Samadhi, perhaps. Please check with us. Please check. Samadhi of Srila. Oh, you've come in the same place, Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Okay, but it's, okay. But his actual Samadhi, where his body is in Godrumadeep. Hare Krishna, Jai Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki Jai. But Hare Krishna. Anyhow, so we're going to go back up to the temple. Krishna, 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 Krishna. I'll press the fast forward button. Don't run, Chintamani Didi. Ladies in Bengal don't run. They glide swiftly and elegantly, but don't run. Okay, so we've come into the, I can say recently remodeled, but now it's been several years, but very big, nicely remodeled temple. And here the deities are closed, but this is the temple which is adjacent to the appearance place of Mahaprabhu with a large Nat Mandir. And this large Nat Mandir does become full during the time of the Gaurapanim, etc. Now, if you stop here, please don't go close. This here is in front of us is the neem tree. And this, under this tree or at this place, perhaps it's a descendant of the tree. I cannot say for sure. But here is where Gauranga Sundar appeared. So this is a very special place for all of the devotees. And we come here on the parikrama and, of course, circumambulate here with kirtan, a very joyful place. And under this tree is where Mahaprabhu as Gauranga Sundar appeared. And just after the tree, there's a little cottage with deities of Sachi Mata and Jagannath Mishra, mother and father, and baby Nimai. And they call Nimai because he's born under the neem tree. And the neem tree, ghosts and such things don't come under neem trees, and by giving him the name Nimai, then also feeling some protection for him by that name, that he won't be attacked by ghosts. And you see, naturally, parents want the best for their offspring, especially when your offspring is the Supreme Lord himself. Hare Krishna. So this area, you see, is well maintained, kept nice and clean. And if you slightly walk to the right, we can probably see the nature of the thatched hut, but please don't go in front of them and disturb them. Chintamani Devi. Oh, so it's, yeah, okay, so it's not thatched now, but it's a simple hut. It's all good, beautiful. And the tree, I'm happy to say, looks healthy. It's springtime there, as it is in Europe. Oh, it's more than spring. It's now hot time. And this is a neem tree. Hare Krishna. And please, Chintamani, before you go, just yourself put a little donation for Mahaprabhu and for the Seva there. This is something we taught from our very first days, maybe even before going to India. Any temple we go to, we give some service. We will put more in than we take out. And we're giving to the deity, we're giving for the Seva. And Srila Gurudev was the example of that also. Hare Krishna. So now we're doing one parikrama. Yes. Oh, there's a jackfruit tree. Look at the jackfruits. Hare Krishna. Happy tree. Govinda, Govinda.
Maharaj, you may remember the place of one place that said no photography. They were very satisfied that it was a live Zoom call with my guru. They accepted that. You may remember several locations. So I just want to share that memory.
Oh, okay. You are
once they have more information, I show them, and then we can say hello and all that good stuff. They can see all the foreigners smiling and happy. It's its own giving more information to elucidate the why the phone and videoing.
You are a people person, so I'm sure you can soften the minds of all of the good souls there. And in Vrindavan, they didn't have any, in Vrindavan, the ISKCON temple, which is a beautiful temple with beautiful deities, as everywhere, but they did not have any restriction, don't take photos and stuff, because they are also happy that, the name and fame of the Lord is spread, and photography is one way. But then it became so much that the arati was only phones, like everybody's holding phones, that they reluctantly stopped them. They stopped them from taking photos. But it wasn't, because we think that you're taking part of the soul of the Lord or something away. Sometimes in the temples they say, oh, no, you can't do because of this. But it was simply the practical side, that we're coming for darshan and not, a second-hand thing. We're coming directly for darshan of the Lord. And it is our heart that is to see, and not the telephone. Oh, look at that. There's a reminder, the chariot. There's a chariot, a humble chariot, a reminder that just now they've started the construction of the Jagannath chariots, the chariots for Jagannath, Subhadra and Baladev in Puri. Okay, Didi, so it's all good. Thank you very much.
I will be taking you guys to the Jagannath, Baladev and Subhadra temple just up the road from here for the Chandan Darshan in maybe 10 minutes, 5 minutes, if that's okay. And they do not have any signs about photography.
Please
there, so
drive safely. And on your way down, please also just take a look. The Chandkazi Samadhi. You don't have to stop and photograph it or anything, but you can just say, give a description of it when you meet up with us in a few minutes. Okay?
We'll do. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna.
Govinda, Govinda.
Govinda, Govinda. See you soon.
Okay, see you soon indeed. Hare Krishna. All right, dear ones. Now we've got to come back down to earth, don't we? We do get transported by video, especially when it's live like this. It is transporting. We know it's transporting. Hare Krishna. Sharanagati, surrender. And so we are seeing, and every now and again when we have this opportunity, we get a chance to touch with the holy places through this word that I learned vicariously. If that's the right pronunciation. And anyway, it's a word which is meant to mean through others. So others are going. But with the magic of the mobile phone, then we are able to utilize this technology and get a little heart feeling from these places. Hare Krishna. Okay, now coming back to our little gathering, we do have Paramananda Prabhu with us too. And Paramananda Prabhu, can we ask you, is it safe and convenient? Are you driving or not? Let's see. And, some things in the chat box. Let me just see. So Gangalila Devidasi, Dana Krishna, Dana K. Oh, I'm saying Dana Krishna. It's a sign, Dana.
I'm sure.
Sign.
Okay. Very good. So Paramananda is now with us with Krishna Priya Ramasundar Prabhu in Thailand.
Gosh, I'm shamelessly having my breakfast.
So it seems.
But I can show you. It's a beautiful breakfast, I have to say.
Okay, I need to change my view on the screen so I can see it better. Hare Krishna.
That's
Oh,
what Gurudev would be very interested in seeing, Maharaj.
yes.
Now, Krishna Priya, Gurudev would ask you, what is it? Then you have to tell him each preparation.
Papaya salad.
The famous papaya salad.
It's a mushroom like ball.
A little louder, Krishna Priya, you're a little distance
Okay,
from
hold
the
on, Maharaj.
microphone.
I'm on the headphone. Can you hear now?
Yes, we can hear you just the same, but Krishna Priya was very faint. Yes.
All right.
Yes, Maharaj.
Oh, much clearer. Yes, very good.
Okay, now to introduce the food. This is papaya salad. Actually, Gurudev's favorite also when he came to Thailand.
Yeah, there's a famous pastime of Gurudev and papaya salad involving Krishna Priya in it, but I'm not going to tell that.
And this chili paste.
Chili paste. Oh, very good.
Also favorite of Srila Govinda Maharaj. It was custom made by Krishna Priya, and it was so good that when he was about to leave for the tour, worldwide tour, he asked her to make one box so he can take it with him.
He said that chili actually is good medicining. He said chili is best medicining for him. And then explain.
Yes, everyone hears that.
Yeah. And what else? There's some fruit. It's very traditional, Maharaj. It's very Eastern style.
Srila Govinda Maharaj said that I see in Thailand, they have same fruit as we have in India, but they're bigger and sweeter. This is the pineapple. And here are some coconut rice with palm sugar. It's like, almost like gulab jamun, but not gulab jamun. But anyhow, Maharaj, this is a contribution. I was actually very happy, and I really like Kumkum Didi, how effortlessly she avoided continuing speaking by saying that, oh, I'm so happy, my pockets are full of happiness because of all the Vaishnavas, and I'm happy to hear them. So I'm probably going to join Kumkum Didi's team on that. But since you were talking about the puppy, somehow it reminded me about one verse, and I kept looking for it. See, my memory is super bad, but I did find it finally. I just needed to remember the first line of it. But it's the verse we hear a lot from Srila Prabhupada. And also Srila Govinda Maharaj quoted it quite a lot. So it's about the difference between us and the puppy section. Or rather, what equals us with them if we don't follow our own swadharma. Shall I recite the verse, Maharaj?
Please do so. Please do so.
Now, the proper translation. So it's from Srimad Bhagavatam. If Sevarupa wants to have a record of it, it's 10:84:13. And the verse is quite well known. Yashatma buddhir kunate trithatake svadhir kalatrishu bhauma ijyadi yatirtha buddhi salilena karkichi janesh apinishu saeva go kara. A human being who identifies his body made of 3 elements with himself, who considers the byproducts of his body to be his kinsmen, who considers the land of his birth worshipable, and who goes to a place of pilgrimage simply to take a bath rather than to meet man of transcendental knowledge, there is to be considered like an ass or a cow. But I may do the correction for the cow. A cow is a holy animal. We can include the puppies. Please forgive me, those who have dogs. But if we are not, actually, if we're doing these things that were just described, are pretty much non-different from the puppies Maharaj was talking about earlier, in the whole animal section, that equals us with them. But by some reason, we got a human body. And Srila Prabhupada and Kumkum Didi, please do correct me. He was actually emphasizing the value of the human birth. Practically in every of his talk, he was saying how fortunate and how improperly it's been used, how it was misused, and what a waste of a human life if we are not connected to Krishna consciousness. So that was Prabhupada's mainstream preaching for a long time. And we, of course, we hear it from everyone, but somehow this theme reminded me of Srila Prabhupada and his talks a lot. Am I right, Kumkum Didi? Because we're all
Yes.
grandchildren, but you are the direct child.
Yes, Prabhu, we would hear this in almost every single class. And you probably know the verse that begins with hogs, dogs, camels, and asses. Is it the verse you were just quoting? Yeah. And to not live one's life like that. And it was such a wonderful wake up. Like, how can I say the activities that I was doing even today, what to speak of before I met Srila Prabhupada, was not exactly what a hog or a dog or a camel or an ass would be doing. If you think about it, it's like, oh, so good to learn this. So he did help us in that way all the time.
What were you saying? Eating, mating, and defending. Sleeping, eating, mating, and defending.
Yeah. Not much else. Everything, no matter how sophisticated the humans are now, it's to one of those ends. All of the energy goes to that. So we mustn't be like that. Everything regarding those things can be offered to Mahaprabhu if that's what our service is. So it's not that we don't recognize our interaction with this world and all of these things that we do, but especially like all of the restaurants, it's such a fine art, incredible art. So why not make that all like Krishna Priya is fixing there all the time? You must grow the trees, you must grow the crops, everything can go toward that, but because it pleases Guru Vaishnav.
Yes, but I do agree, Maharaj, with your statement that even though Papi is all about those basic things, survival things, everyone in this world is looking for affection, looking for love. That what kind of unites us all. But quite often, actually most of the time, looking in the wrong place, wrong direction. So it's a good wake up call. And really, they're coming to us from the world, the real world. They're coming here. They have no other business here other than the compassionate help that they're offering to us. Then they withdraw back to the reality, and they're waiting for us to wake up. They're depositing all the necessary ingredients for that, and they're just waiting. They're not disappearing, they're not dying, it's nothing like that. But actually, they're there waiting for us to wake up and come there. That's another way to see the so-called disappearances of the Vaishnavas. Temporary withdrawal. And there's a dog, by the way, somewhere.
Yeah.
Ask him who did it.
She needs the qualification of cuteness, but not loyalty, service. Definitely defending, eating. Already had her one puppy long ago, but that example, like Thakur Bhaktivinoda is praying to be that kind of a dog. That's worth meditating on. That would be a beautiful verse, to be that kind of a dog for a Vaishnava.
But do not discount your dog service, please. He's making you happy and pleased. And that's a huge seva. He is actually serving the devotees. He's doing Vaishnava seva. So what is his future? Who knows?
And Devashish Prabhu mentioned in our house program a couple of evenings ago, with seeing their cute dog, and he said, what good fortune to take birth as a dog in a Vaishnava's home.
Here you go. And I love that story about the Shivananda Sena's dog. It was just a stray dog. It wasn't anyone's dog. Like in India, there's so many dogs here and there. So he just started following him. Shivananda Sena took pity and started feeding him prashadam, no doubt. And the dog followed the Vaishnavas. Till he was the first one. He went ahead of the party to reach Mahaprabhu's lotus feet. So he was the one to get Mahaprabhu's darshan first. And by the time the devotees arrived, he was already liberated. And they actually witnessed that pastime when the dog just left his body and went to the spiritual world by Mahaprabhu's grace.
And Mahaprabhu feeding
Yeah.
him coconut pulp. And so we should try to do that with our dogs too, and let them know, oh, look, Mahaprabhu gave to a dog, now you get some of this. But I wondered how many dogs will eat coconut pulp, but it was coming from Mahaprabhu's hand. And by the way, I just saw a wagging tail of a dog behind Sri Hari Prabhu. So also,
Okay, so I did not mean to offend any dogs. I'm just saying, and all the dogs in the devotees' home doing great seva, pleasing their owners, and eating prasadam.
Yes. In her case, it includes coconut pulp. We can buy that locally and I can offer it. And then she likes that coconut pulp very much.
oh, really? Okay.
There you go. Anyhow, Maharaj, that's all I have to say.
Jai.
Maybe-
Anyhow, you are in the country that Srila Gurudev said, I've traveled all over the world, and which country is the best? And then all the devotees guessing, trying to answer because Gurudev's asking, so which country is the best? They're all giving their opinions, and then Gurudev saying, Thailand, by far. So you're in an auspicious place, relatively speaking, in this world.
Well, that makes Krishna Priya very happy.
I not to Thailand in my life, Maharaj. Never.
Sorry?
And Govinda Maharaj picked one flower in Thailand and offered it to Srila Guru Maharaj. And there she is.
I will never leave Thailand, Maharaj. I will die here and do all my service here. I will never leave Thailand. Never.
Hare Krishna, beautiful. And the important part being doing all the service there. Whether we are living or whether our body is finished, service, it goes on happily. And Ramasundar Prabhu brightening up all of our screens. Ramasundar Prabhu, please share a little something. I know you have a very alive and active brain, unlike the animals, but like the humans. So give us a little human perspective of devotional service there. Om. Ajnana Timirandasya.
I don't know where to start. Well, I guess that I'm second in line to what she just said.
Means you will also die serving in Thailand?
Yeah, I'm also planning on dying serving in Thailand. So,
Man proposes, God disposes. Wherever he wants us.
that's my proposal.
Hare Krishna. Anyway, very sweet. In another, yes, Paramandapu.
With your permission, may I attend my
Service.
immediate service?
Please, Prabhu, please excuse us interrupting your breakfast.
No, nothing to be excused about.
Actually, Gurudev himself, he didn't like to be disturbed while taking prasadam, and people asked him questions and this, that, and the other.
No, it's added a flavor, Maharaj. And to have prasadam in the company of the devotees, what kind of a luxury is that?
Well, you really are in the company of devotees, Prabhu. So many good souls here with us. And Leela Moypru, can you just tell us who's on Facebook? Today I'm unable to see Facebook. If you can, just so we can know. I mean, it's nice to know who's there, but we always give our appreciation to those we know who are here and those who we can't see and who will also be seeing the recorded version presently. Really, our appreciation to each one. Are you able to see Leela Moypru? Otherwise, presently.
Yes, I'm just looking at Gopal Prabhu. I don't know the devotees' names, the devotional names. Rosine, Elena, I think it's Induleka Didi, right? Yeah.
Okay.
Basically.
Okay.
Kathleen Kohler, yeah.
Kathleen Kohler, yes. Okay.
Yeah, Dandava Pranams, yes.
All right, Dandavat. So that's Krishna Mohini Devi Rasi in Salt Lake City. So our obeisances to you also all. And already given, actually, we're giving our obeisances to everybody who's here. And just now, on the way to the Jagannath temple, then Chintamani, she did stop at the Qazi's tomb, and the Qazi who was converted by Mahaprabhu, and even not a matter of conversion, showing him what was in his heart, and that the Lord, he is approached by the chanting of the holy names. And then this way, the Qazi, seeing the influence and understanding this by the grace of Mahaprabhu, he gave that decree, that order, that not to disturb the devotees, do not disturb the devotees in their chanting of the holy names of the Lord. And then he became a great devotee, and hence his tomb, which is preserved until today with a big tree also beside that tomb. So we are happy to see that and appreciate that you showed a glimpse there. And here we are, we're at the Jagannath temple. I'm trying to see with a little difficulty. Oh, now I can see, okay. Jai Jagannath, Jai Baladev, Jai Subhadra. And so there's some arati taking place right now. And the arti, I don't know what arti is taking place now, but here we are, some pujari, priest.
This is Darshan Arati, and they're playing the Govindam prayers as per the ISKCON standard for their Darshan Arati. Lord Jagannath and Baladev are wearing their Sandan, it's a Sandan Yatra.
All right, so here we are, we're on what would be actually the lunchtime stop of the first day of Jagannath, of Navadip Dham Parikrama. And after visiting various temples, including the Yoga Pit where we were just now, and then for late lunch, after much walking, then we come here, and outside this temple, on the back of the temple, there's a large mango orchard. Oh, many devotees are here. Look and see. Many devotees. Why, it's a weekend.
You see Nityananda Ram is right there.
Oh, okay. Done. Our tall Nityananda Ram. Okay. All right. Much appreciated and nicely decorated. And again, it's good to see the temples being maintained and looked after, and with pilgrims coming. And you see all of these flower garlands. My goodness. Is this because of the Chandan Yatra that the temple is so well
Yes.
decorated?
Yes, Maharaj, that's my understanding.
And you see the opulence of Bengal, that these flowers, abundant flowers, and it's not just this temple, every temple has flowers. Nature's opulence. Hare Krishna. Oh, look, we're going on parikrama, doing parikrama of Sri Jagannath Baladev Subhadra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Haribol, Haribol. Haribol. Srila Prabhupada's Murti.
They're doing Guru Arati now with Srila Prabhupada's Murti. And they're giving blessings. All right, we got to get some of those. No, maybe not. I'll take you two over to see the temple and come back. And to Simantadweep. Is it Simantadweep?
Yes. So I mean, where the different islands are, the exact border we don't know, but it's 8:30 in the morning in Navadip.
Yeah.
And this is, a big tree. Okay. Hare Krishna.
The Shiva temple here.
Oh, Shiva temple. There's Nandi, there's Shiva. Yes. So last time we were at Sadashiva, Shiva temple established by Srila Gurudev, Srila Govinda Maharaj, the son of Lord Shiva. And here we have the Shiva deity. And quite green. Oh, so yes, there has been rain because you showed us a thunderstorm last time. So there's been rain, everywhere's green. And that's green water. Algae on the top, if that's the right pronunciation. There's a swan. A big swan.
They put the Lords on this boat and have a boat festival. I'm pretty sure it's happening as part of this Chandan Yatra because it's all decorated with fresh flowers. I think
Yes,
this evening.
in remembrance of the Jagannath Chandan Yatra now taking place in Puri. It means in the evening time, yes. Beautiful, and a beautiful boat. Gurudev would be very happy to see that boat. Because our boat in Navadip did have a swan's head on it, but he would be very happy to see this particular boat, no doubt. And the palm trees, all the different opulences. All right, so dear devotees, I'm going to leave you in Mayapur, actually in Samantadeep, as you pointed out just now. And what deities are these? Can you read what's below?
Yes, Maharaj, it says Mahaprabhu Simantini Devi.
Who Devi?
Simantini. I don't know if the correct pronunciation.
Okay, we
Let's see
give
if I
our
can.
honor. I don't know.
Simantini.
Okay. I don't know the story behind this, but our head goes everywhere. We are very careful in the holy Dham. So I leave you with Chintamani. Maybe she's going to take you on how many krosha? A 10-day parikrama of Navadip Dham. But I'll leave you there. Today, variety of topics, but coming to the point, if we start at our first point and remind ourselves all the way through, it's all about consciousness. We're not machines, we're not robots, we're not wind-up Hare Krishnas. We are individual conscious devotees and really want to wake up to the conscious world of joyful savor, joyful surrender, doing things, and headed by the chanting of the holy names of the Lord and service to the devotees, service to Sri Vaishnava and Guru. Okay, here's some little invention to encourage people to chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So let us take the essence of all of these things and let us chant Hare Krishna and be happy. Jai Shila Gurudev ki Jai, Shila Guru Maharaj ki Jai, Shila Prabhupada ki Jai, Jai Shri Rupanuga Guru Vaga ki Jai. All the present day Sri Chaitanya Saraswati Acharya Brinda ki Jai, Shri Harinama Sankirtan ki Jai. And Chintamani being very humble as the ladies come to give honor to her, not wanting honor for herself. Trinadapi sunichena taroriva sahishnuna amanina manadena kirtanya sada harihi. Hare Krishna, we'll see you all soon. Vancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhya evacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Jai Shri Bhaktiranjan Madhusudan Maharaj ki Jai.
Hare Krishna. Jai to all of you good souls, all of you devotees. Much appreciated. Have a successful few days until we meet again. Have a successful life. But in a few days we shall meet again. Gaura Premanandi. Hari Hari Om. Govinda Govinda.
Oh, for those of you who'd like to stay on,